I'm Megan Vick, and you're in for another episode of The Case For.
Just on paper.
Today we're talking about Joe and Link from Grey's Anatomy, because of course there's a couple on that show that isn't hooking up but should be because it's Grey's Anatomy and that's just what they do, you know?
Can't hear you, but good luck saving the world. Bye.
At the end of season 17 of Grey's Anatomy, Joe lost her hookup partner in Jackson when he decided to go to Boston to try and save the world, and she decided to adopt a baby. Meanwhile, Link got his heart ripped out when Amelia turned down his marriage proposal.
I planned an extremely special thing.
At someone else's wedding.
Is that a rule I didn't know about?
And the two best friends have now decided to live together and lean on each other in this very difficult time. I mean, if that doesn't spell out an eventual romantic relationship, I don't know what to tell you. But fans are already speculating on the romantic possibilities about these two.
Link was turned down in a spectacular fashion, and he's got his tail between his legs. Fortunately, he has his best friend, Joe, to lean on and to ask advice and ask support, and I think we can plan on seeing that friendship and dynamic grow in season 18.
So that brings us to Exhibit A, close proximity.
I looked for joy anywhere that I could.
It's basically a rule on Grey's Anatomy that if any two people spend a copious amount of time together, or let alone live together, that they're gonna hook up. It's just the Grace Sloan Memorial voodoo or something. And I've sort of wondered what it's like to be in the HR department of that hospital. How many of them actually report this relationship, or how many training sessions they have to go through about when it is and isn't appropriate to hook up. How many times they have to have meetings because they violated that policy about when it's appropriate to hook up.
I need sex. I need a sex favor.
There's no way that all those shacking up sessions could be legal, you know? Camilla Luddington revealed to TV Guide that the romance line hasn't been crossed yet in season 18, but Joe and Link are definitely getting closer as they're spending this time together.
As of right now, I haven't read a script where that line has been crossed. They're really leaning on each other right now. I mean, they're living together, but right now it's very much best friends, just kind of living together in the penthouse. But I've seen those tweets from fans, and I guess, it's Grey's Anatomy, you never know.
Aha, see? Even Camilla admits that they have potential to be a good couple.
Can we go home?
But convenience isn't the only thing that's gonna make Joe and Link work. And so now we move on to Exhibit B. Exhibit B is that both Joe and Link are single. Okay, mostly single. Link's Facebook relationship status with Amelia would say it's complicated, and I'm gonna let him explain it because he can do it better than I can.
He's very of the mind that we have to get married and we have to have a family, and this is what I want, and it is really what he wants. But obviously she's got different ideas, and he's going to have to really sort of break down in his head and find out what this means. And I think relationships and co-parenting and is such a complicated and messy thing to do.
Why is your only option marriage? It's archaic, and it really only gets you tax deductions, if that.
I think Link is going to really mature this season in terms of his ideas of what that can be, and I'm excited to see when he what he comes up with.
For a while, I also thought that Link and Amelia were going to be endgame. Low-key, Amelia is my favorite Grey's Anatomy character, but that proposal turn down was so harsh. And I just really don't know if they can bounce back from that. And plus, we all know that once Amelia has made up her mind about something, there's no budging.
Are you sure?
But I don't want to.
So the idea that there can be a compromise where both Link and Amelia are happy with their future situation after everything that's gone down is pretty unlikely. And it might be time for him to look for someone that's looking for the kind of happy ever after that he is.
He wants them to get married, and she said no, but she hasn't said no to a life with him, but he's very hurt by the proposal turned down. So we're gonna have to find out if he can overcome that and redefine his expectations. But I think Link and Amelia are a hot mess.
I mean, no, you guys are a hot mess for sure. There's no doubt.
You know what? Camilla Luddington is right. Link and Amelia are a hot mess. But Jo isn't doing much better. She's been struggling in the love department ever since Alex left her for Izzy. And that was so wrong, by the way. She deserves so much better than what happened. She did have the casual hookup with Jackson, but we all know how that went.
Thank you.
You're thanking me for all the sex?
I'm thanking you for
being a good friend.
And some might say that they've been seeing sparks between her and McWidow, but he has the hots for Meredith, and the last thing that Jo needs is to be in a love triangle against Meredith Grey. Okay, she just doesn't need the headache. She's taking care of a newborn. That's why Link makes the most sense once he gets over this whole Amelia thing. The point is that Jo and Link aren't just close in proximity. Their hearts are ready for them to find the people they are truly meant to be with. And Camilla Luddington, for one, is ready for Jo to get back in the dating pool.
I think having maybe a little bit of a lighter season than we did last season is kind of nice. And I do hope that Jo does sort of dip her toe back into the dating world. And not with just like a Jackson Bridge situation. I'm ready for her to sort of maybe find love again.
So now we arrive at Exhibit C, which might be my favorite reason why Jo and Link belong together. They're best friends.
With Amelia, I think it's really over.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
And that creates an amazing foundation for a good relationship. Specifically with these two who both have complicated pasts. Jo went through so much. She was homeless as a teen. She had to run away from her ex-husband who was abusive. And revealing those secrets to lovers has been a barrier to romantic success for her in the past. Since Link already knows all of that stuff about her and not only accepts it, but loves it and was willing to be a character witness and help her adopt Luna, that means that intimacy barrier is gone. And Jo should have a lot less reservations about being with him than she would with anybody else. Their best friendship could evolve into a deeper relationship and something that has the potential to go the long haul. And now we come to our closing argument. Listen, no relationship on Grey's Anatomy is perfect, and things are obviously messy for both Jo and Link at the moment.
I know that it sucks right now, but you're gonna be okay.
But here's the thing. They're best friends, and the current stress that they're under going into season 18 is only going to act as a pressure cooker that's going to bring them closer together.
That's a pretty great feeling, huh?
These are both inherently good characters that Grey's Anatomy fans want to see happy. We know they never purposely hurt each other, and they could make great candidates for the happily ever afters that they are both looking for. It's kind of obvious where that happy ending should be, and both Camilla Luddington and Chris Carmack are open to the idea.
I trust the writers to take it in a good direction because I think it could really play out beautifully either way. I really do trust the writers to do the best thing.
Best thing by the characters, yeah.
I think either version could be ripe for the storytelling.
So maybe they were a little non-committal about it, but we agree that it would be beautiful to see them get together, and that's how we're choosing to read into those statements. What do you think about Jo and Link getting together in season 18 of Grey's Anatomy? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, press that like button, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you later.